Oh shoot, I didn't even notice it. Hello guys. Today we are going to be reading. Fuck, hold on. Okay, I checked. We're going to be reading Control by Tinscope, a BFDI, or teapot. I get that teapot. Right. Okay. Got it. Yeesh. A teapot AU. I gotta make sure it's on here though. So Control. Oh God. Hold on. Tinscope. Right. Okay, so it is on here. I checked. Control. Get the title. By Tinscope? Is that what I need to? Come on. Do I have to? FDI? Bro. Battlefield Dream. What? Dude. Ew. Teapot. I swear, bro. If I can't find this. Oh my god. Teapot. Teapot AU. Oh, that's just so mean. I swear, bro. Ask or dare Forex 2. Nah. Perfect subjects. You see a golf ball and the golf ball and the Yoil Humans 3. Okay. Here's the Train Island Book 7. Kirby. Kirby's Wild. Oh, it's the Bad Sands. Oh my gosh. Why are they here? Jonathan Bifty ever. I swear, Wisp, if you lie. I better be. No. I'm just gonna pause until I find it, bro. That. Okay, so in the video, uh, there's a link under it. This was the title. Control A. Oh, complete. Oh, hey, stop it. Completed. 1. This better work. Yes! Okay. Sorry, that took a while. Alright, so here we go. I'm gonna be reading it to you guys. Alright. Okay, I got lock in. I can hear the wind. And my windows are open. Okay. Okay. Things were fine before 2 arrived. Things were absolutely fine. The contestants the challenges, won and lost them, went up for elimination and would leave the show one by one. It was a simple cycle of the game show, an attempt to win the prize promised to the winner. But then he arrived. With his bundle of his own contestants, he called them the debuters. Okay. He wanted to take over the show. He wanted to give them the chance of having the extraordinary power in exchange for winning his show. Teapot. Okay, guys. I'm sorry if you can't hear me. I'm trying to be loud and also I'm trying to be quiet because it is like it's almost 11 where I am and when I'm filming this, like 11 at night. So sorry. Okay. Before wouldn't have that. He couldn't. He set this up. This was his job. He wanted to do this. It wasn't Two's show. It was his. Before, but before he, I'm a bad reader. But before he knew it, they began to side with the other numeral. He couldn't stop it. He couldn't do anything but what. I'm hearing shit. Anything but watching the ones who once were on his side change to his enemy. At least half must have went across. The number wasn't important. How could they leave him like that? He gave them everything. That's when he lost it. With a blow of his signature beam, he took out the cast Two had brought with him, killing all but 3 of the debuters. He was so mad he couldn't help himself. Two, of course, took this as a threat. He had no other choice but to take a blow back, in process killing a contestant who had been on 4 side, crushing them with some matter he had picked up. And then it began. Who died? Gang, which contestant died? Watch every profile. Was that important? Anyways, okay. And then it began. The contestants were ordered by each side to attack each other. Of course, this was of, of course this was an odd thing to be told to do, to suddenly kill your friends, and so they fought. There was fire and destruction, both sides out for blood, each action resulting in the next. Watching someone close to you get injured triggered you want to hurt the person who hurt them. Of course, this was a continuous cycle of anger and confusion and grief. But long story short, two's side won. The war had lasted a short while. They lost not as many as they thought they would or could. A few did die, of course, but it was mostly the debuters who had lost their lives in those moments of wars. In those moments of war, Tu swore to himself he would kill every last one of them, every last object who had sided with Four. They had all fled to the forest in groups of whoever. The one, the one the ones on two sides stayed, but it was not the same. The split had completely turned each side against each other. They hated one another for what each side did. Some say two started it by coming there in the first place. Some say four started it by killing the debuters. Two had set up a base for them, a place for them, a place for them all to a place for them to all to stay and damn it, and use what they had to hunt down the remaining members, and of course for himself. Four had gone missing. Nobody knew where he had gone. Two side assumed that the other side was hiding him, but that was not true. Four's side had no clue what happened to him and were left confused, starved, and hurt in the forest. He would use everything he had to make sure each and every one of them died a painful death, and using his side of the war to help him do this was the way. What once had been their friends was now their target's enemies. This no longer was a game. This was a hunt. Forsyth continued. Forsyth continued to live in fear, trying to find any way they could attack back, but with their limits, it seemed impossible. They didn't even have X. Oh damn! Imagine X was the one. That would be sad if X was the one that died. Oh wait. Didn't two take X during the cross? I don't know. I don't know, guys. All right. Added on October 3rd, 2024. Hi guys. I really appreciate people reading this fanfic, but I've noticed it a lot, and it does make me happy. Oh, I thought that said but. It says and. Okay. Oh, sorry, I'm just shifting in my bed. Hi guys, I really appreciate people rereading this fanfic, and I've noticed it a lot, and it really does make me happy to know people are willing to reread this over. I'm super grateful, but please, if you do this, do not say any spoilers in the comments, even if they are marked with a warning. I will delete them. Please, as I can't find and remove every comment, and I don't want anyone's reading experience to be impacted by unwanted spoilers. Not at any, not at anyone's specific. This has happened with a lot of rereaders, and it's just a general notice. Thank you for your consideration. Okay, so they rewrote it, I'm guessing. All right, let's get into it. I guess that was the introduction. Yes! Okay. I gotta get comfortable, guys. Ugh. Oh, there's text to speech? Oh, hell yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna plug this in real quick. Holy shit. I just dropped my charger. Ah, oh, damn it. Hold on. Okay, I'm back in bed. I have a loft bed. So it kind of takes a while for me to get out and back into bed. I really have to do that. Because I have a shelf right next to the bed where I have my charger hanging over one of like the support thingies that's holding it up. So sometimes I'll grab it and I'll just like. I did not notice there was text to speech. Can I? Recording? Yeah, okay. Can I do text to speech? Oh. No, I can't. Please? Pretty please? Oh man. Okay. Guess I'll keep reading. Put my stylus down. Kind of fucked it. My stylus is kind of like messed up for some reason. I don't know. Damn it. The doors of Two's office swung open, Coiny and Donut both looking over at who had decided to disrupt their leader. Two was leaning on the desk, raising an eyebrow as someone opened his doors, wondering what they wanted. He had been he had been busy writing down who they had managed to kill and who they were looking for next. Was knocking not an option? I gotta do the British accent. It's too British. Was knocking not an option? Okay, that's offensive, I think. I'm not gonna do that. Was knocking not an option? I'm so sorry, guys. What was that? The room was an office. Two's office, of course. It was part of a huge building he had created. It's the hotel. It's in the hotel. Okay. It was part of a huge building he had created for all of them to stay in. The walls were painted dark green, and either side of him was Coiny and Donut, his backup leaders, right-hand men. Men. Wait, where was I? He trusted them the most. They were the highest peak of authority. My door just opened and closed all by itself. I'm not making this up. I'm really hoping that was just the wind, I swear to God. I can't do this shit right now. Oh god. Barf bags it. Okay, I'm gonna try to ignore what just happened. He trusted them the most. They were the highest peak of authority, excluding himself. Barfback stood on the other side of the door, laughing nervously. Sorry to bargain like this, sir. But we've had a notice from the watchtower that we've seen someone close by. He sat up quickly, checking checking che- checking the clock that had been hung up on the wall to the side of him. It was 8:35 p.m. That must be. p.m. That must be. That meant it was that that meant it was Robotti's shift. Robotti's shift. I just tapping on plastic. Fuck. Robotti's shift. Of course. Can we get the train? Oh. Of course, can we get the translator on that? She nodded right away. And like that, she ran off as soon as he asked. No hesitation, no questions. Nobody would ever dare. Donut nervously adjusted his bow tie. He didn't exactly understand why he was in this position of power. He hadn't exactly done anything to deserve it. When he did, what was it? In one of the episodes, he took over for hosting. No, wait, well, wasn't that in BFB? Yeah, I think that was in BFB. Eye patch. Okay, hold on. Corny looked up at two, adjusting his eye patch, holding his sword with the other hand. Should I go get the front row to check on that? He mumbled. Corny scared him. He had changed the law. My Shayla, bro. Oh, poor Corny. Is this at the perspective of Donut? Corny scares Donut? Cause that would be kind of weird if Corny scared too. Two risen eyebrow. Go send out free food. I'm sh- I'm sure I'm sure. Wasn't that one of the... What team was that? Hold on. I could do some research. Free food teapot or something. I just opened my phone and my friends were like, "What?" Good night, bro. Please don't be under my bed. I don't know. I told them I was hard. He kept calling me when I was in the shower, so I just texted him, "Shh, I'm hard." Okay. Yeah. Oh my. Can my notifications go away, please? Thank you. Free food teapot. Okay. Okay, so it was Yellowface Marker, Stapy, Foldy, Puffball Fries, Bell, and Eraser. Alright. Okay. Okay. Um, just gonna change my Spotify real quick so I don't get jump scared in the morning. What was I listening to? Oh, that's not any better. That wasn't any better. Okay, that's good. Sorry. Hey. Sorry, the screen was darkening. Where did my stylus go? Here, I'm gonna put it there. Okay. Where was I? Okay. Two raised an eyebrow. I two raised an eyebrow. Go send out free food. I'm sure they'll know. Oh God. Go send out free food. I'm sure they'll know what to do. They see anyone. Yellowface is gonna trap them in the frickin'. I just saw a car drive by. Drive down my road. Sorry. The tablet turned off. Okay. Go send out free food. I'm sure they'll know what to do if they see anyone. Freaking Yellowface is gonna trap them in the sales dimension. Margaret's gonna draw on them. Belle's gonna choke them, hang them with her string. I'm thinking of all the ways the free food members kill them. This person. Fries is just a menace. He'll just kill them. Puffball, pick them up and drop them from a high height. Foldy, paper cuts. I guess I don't know. Foldy would be probably the easiest one to defeat since he's made of paper. And then Staby could literally just stomp on them or something. Could do just a giant metal stapler, and then he can also shoot staples at them. Okay, I think that was all of them. Oh gosh. Sorry about that. They hadn't come across anyone in days, at least being from Fourside. That had really gotten to his nerves, as they were making no progress. What could someone be doing so close to the hideout? How pathetic. They were basically asking for death. Quinny nodded, going to run off and go send free food. Gelatin! Gelatin! I love gelatin. Oh my god. Okay, Courtney nodded, going to run off and go send free food on the small mission. As he ran out the doors, Barf Bag came back with the gelatin. I have the translator, she said, panting, as if as if she had been running. Gelatin was the only one out of everyone who could translate Morse code. Oh yeah, I think is that can I don't know. I'm a yapper. Two looked at him. Well, what did Robotty say? He eyed up the lime green jello, his hands in front of him on the desk. Gelatin shrugged with one arm, of course, since that was all he. No, my Shayla! My Shayla! Oh god, it's cloudy. Or David. Or Dora? No, Dora was in that. If it was a yellowish white character, it could be a loser. Gelatin shrugged with one arm, of course, since that's all he had. He said something about a white object hanging around the front. Gelatin looked over at Donut and waved, too, growling. Stop it, you fucking feral animal! I'm hearing shit. Yeah, Gelatin and Donut are like friends. That could have been anything. How was he sure it was someone even from Forsyth? It could have been Cloudy or an animal. Cloudy has been reported in his room with a treat. Oh, they're making out. He's not out there. Barfback quickly added, nervous. Two raised an eyebrow, leaning back. Very well, thank you. Please leave now, he commanded. Donut nervously gazed at his friends, watching them leave the room. Busy, I know. No, two took this very seriously and took this mission to kill all the contestants that had been on Forsyth too personally. He wouldn't ever stop to complete it. Donut kept his eyes off him, waiting for Corny to return. He didn't agree with any of this. He honestly hated the whole concept of this. This was their friend. These were their friends, not enemies. Things would have been fine if none of this happened. How did he even end up in this situation? How did it come to this? Corny. Why does my foot feel like that? Skin's dry as fuck. It's like peeling too. Ew. Sorry. Corny came. Corny came back, shutting the door. Shitting Briggs. Corny came back. What was that? Corny came back, shutting the doors to the office. He turned his metal body to two. Free food has been alerted. They've sent out yellow face fries and sapie. Oh yeah, wherever that is cooked. Oh my god, watch it be nice. Oh my god, that would be hilarious though, but also sad because I love Nine. Nine is a good character. Okay, hold on. I was just looking at something. And Donut looked away. He hated them. He hated them the most. They were probably the ones who had lost it the most. Except for Stapy, of course. He was just being used by his team members to execute whoever they found by putting them in between the pieces of the poor stapler and, oh yeah. My door just opened. Okay, 1 second. Okay, I just had to get down and close my door. I just had to put my laundry basket in front of my door. So it opened. I also had to close one of my windows and close the other one to where there was only like maybe 1.25 inches left open. I already know I'm gonna like freaking die of heat in here. Anyways. Okay. If he had only seen it happen once, he felt so bad. Still do now. Two nodded. Excellent work, Corny. Corny nodded, going to walk and stand back next to him. That's all both of them did all day. Just stand there and do whatever told them to do. It didn't seem right. This wasn't even a competition. Well, it could be a competition of life if you were sick enough to see it that way. Two sighed. This is ridiculous. There's so many more out there. How come we've found hardly any? He growled. They have to at least get desperate, starve, or even give in. He slammed his fist down, making Donut flinch. Right. Three objects had actually decided to give in to two from four side. They were allowed to live on one condition, that they served as servants to Two himself and Corny and Donut if they wanted. Two had actually came up with that himself, and he was fairly proud. Now he didn't need to get up and get a drink if he wanted one. Kinda. Donut experienced, bro. Donut expected Coney to feel bad at least. I mean, two of them were his team members, but apparently not. I could be, oh god, who could that be? I guess we're gonna have to find out. I'm not. Two leaned back against his chair, sighing impatiently. What's going on then? What's Free Food doing right now? Quinny shook his head. It's too early. It's too early for you to to early. It's too early for you to determine this yet, sir. He spoke, holding his sword close to himself. To growled, "Well, I'm also impatient. Well, I'm impatient. Can we? Can 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 anyone look into this?" Donut frowned a little. Two was so annoying. Oh god, he hated him so much. I'll send someone to go check on Free Food. Donut spoke, groaning to himself a little. He began to move from his spot, walking to the doors. He headed out the office, being greeted with a huge hallway full of doors, each leading to an important room. He raised an eyebrow, turning and going to the nearest one to the communication room. Inside was a bunch of TV screens, the images displaying different parts of the building. There was a camera for each room, except for everyone's personal dorms, of course. He went to grab. He went. He He went to grab the mic connected to the main team's office. He was probably free right now. He could ask him. It was tennis ball. He could ask him. It was his job to check on these things. Tennis ball, please go check on Free Food's current situation. He spoke. Report to the head afterwards. Thank you. He turned off the mic, sighing. he he looked around the area a little. Well, this room didn't have a security camera in it either. It felt good not to be filmed for once, other than when sleeping or doing something else in his room. He straight up dorking it. I'm sorry. Well, where was I? He was oddly tired today. He didn't know why. With a deep breath, he left the room, going to the. He was oddly tired today. He didn't know why. With a deep breath, he left the room, going to head back to the office. I reported tennis ball to the situation, sir. He mumbled the last part. He hated how they had to call him that. It was stupid and unneeded. Two nodded. Good. He went back to his papers. this will be at least probably the fifth one we found. The last 2 weeks, the last the last 2 weeks. Well, that's if it's even anyone. Oh, Donut hoped not. He didn't want another one of his previous friends to have to suffer. He couldn't stand this. He hated it so much. He just wanted to do something about it. Well, he could, definitely, but now wasn't the time. He softly sighed to himself, looking back up at the clock. An hour and a bit until they were allowed to rest. An hour and a bit more of suffering. That just meant. What's up with the rhyming? That rhymed. Oh. Cutie. I'm recording, right? Yeah. Oh gosh, I'm tired. Nighttime. 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 They would get 8 hours of sleep, and they have to be up at 6 in the morning straight. It was a common routine they had to get used to in in order for everything to work. Two had finished writing the last person down on his paper, smiling to himself as he ended it with a dot. Reading over the list as he put the pen. Reading over the list as he put the pen down, letting it roll across the desk. So he worked out that he had killed Dora, David, Spongy, Teardrop, Taco, Ruby, Flower, Remote, Bubble, Match, Pencil, Bottle, Eggy, Grassy, Foldy, Rocky, and Ice Cube over the course of the war. You've gotta be kidding me. Those were all good characters. Why is 2 so evil? 2 villain arc. This would be wild if it actually happened in the show. Imagine the 2 crash out, ends up like oh my god. That'd be wild. Okay. So if they had killed those guys and the others were on his side, that means he was after 17 of them. That 17 was Bomby, Blocky Cake, Fiery Pen, Blackout Woody, Snowball, Saw, Book, 8-Ball, Golf Ball, Fiery Junior, Lightning, Lollipop, Pillow, and Fanny. Those 17 was who he was after. Those 17 had to be found and killed. They had to be killed painfully. Okay, those are also good characters. Okay, Black Hole should be fine. That he's a black hole. He can't really die. So if anyone gets your question, they turn into spaghetti. Fun fact. The term of getting stretched to your death when getting sucked into the term for when you're getting sucked into a black hole and your body gets stretched out, the term for it is called spaghettification. Okay. Alright. Oh god, I'm yawning again. I'm guessing Leafy is on 2's side, based off the video I saw. Sneaky brains. Well, he could use lightning to zap anyone he wanted. He might keep that in mind, and Black Hole may be useful. Snowball could be strong, and Golfball was smart. Either way, he'd work it out. he'd find them. It was a matter of time before they had to turn up. He didn't even know if they were actually all alive, but he knew his team had definitely not killed them yet. He had pit he had put the paper down, sighing and leaning back into his chair. days days seemed to be by going by slowly lately, and he hated being slow. He should get some rest anyways. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Switch. Okay. Still don't know how you managed to stand there all day. You kind of look like a dork. Gelatin grinned at Donut, who was taking off his bone tie, looking at the mirror that was at his desk inside his room. He turned to Gelatin and rolled his eyes. Oh, shush up. Shush. Ah. Oh, hush up. Don't you get bird? I'm gonna crash out. Don't you get bored? I'd get bored. They were both in Donut Storm, planning to spend the night together. Ooh. Aw, Gelatin's just a little creature. They were both in Donut's derm. Derm. Damn it. They were both in Donut's dorm, planning to spend the night together. They're fucking. What? I didn't say anything. He was fairly tired though, not planning on staying up long with the other. He hadn't exactly done anything that would make him tired, but he was emotionally drained and couldn't wait to rest. Yeah. He looked back to the he looked back at the mirror, gazing at himself in front of it, observing his own features. He placed the red bow tie He placed the red bow tie on the desk, sighing softly. He hated this so much. He hated being brought down to such a low level. He looked back over at Gelatin. Stop jumping on my bed. Gelatin is just a little guy. Leave him alone. He grinned, still standing on it. You're so moody. I bet it's because you hang out with. I thought that said freaky coiny. I bet it's because you hang out with that freak coiny all day. He chuckled. Donut growing. Growing? Donut groaning. I'm just tired. Why? Is it not like you. It's not. Why? It's not like you even did anything. He collapsed and laid back on the soft sheets, outstretching his arm as he gazed up at the ceiling. At least the rooms were all in good conditions. Donut shrugged. I know, just emotionally, I suppose. Damn it. Gelatin raised an eyebrow, not replying. He was pretty drained himself, really. The only point of his existence in that place was being able to decipher whatever robot he had to say. Donut noticed. Donut? Donut. Donut? Donut noticed his silence, going to sit on the bed. He felt the bed sheets with his hand, gazing at Gelatin with a sigh. Things really have to come to this. Gelatin shrugged. Suppose so. Guess we gotta just deal with it if we want to live, huh? huh? He looked over at the other. Donut hesitated. It's still wrong, he muttered, going to going to lie down as well. Gelatin watched as he did, raising an eyebrow. You think? He said sarcastically. Donut Donut exhaled, groaning. I want to put an end to this, he muttered, going to pull the sheets over himself in annoyance. They're gonna they're gonna be gay. I can I can sense it. It isn't up to you, Donut. Who is it up to then? He looked over at him angrily. Someone has to do something, and I know nobody else is going to. Gelatin looked away from him. You'd probably get found out and punished. Donut was quiet in response to him. Well, but it depends on how bad of a job you do of making your own plan work, he grinned. What would you even do? Donut sighed, looking away. It's complicated. Then don't want to hear it. I need some shut-eye at some point tonight. He smirked. Donut groaned again, rolling his eyes. Whatever. He smiled playfully, punching Donut's arm. Tell me another time. He stuck his tongue out childishly, going to turn around and turn the lamp off, the room falling dark. Donut sighed in annoyance. If only he could. Slipping this off might be a good idea. It was best to forget about everything in the pit of darkness inside his mind for now. Mindless self-indulgent. Well, I think Katie! 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 I love Katie. Hi. 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 I love Katie. I love Katie. I love Katie so much. Oh my goodness. And I hate war. I think we're done for the day. Why did I turn Scottish? When the accent slips. I think we're done for today. Today, eh? I think we're done for today. Katie spoke, looking at the others that were in the room. I'm pretty sure it's nighttime. She perked up, looking at TV. Can you check? TV! Your TV's here! Oh my goodness! The whole squad's here. I'm so joyous. Hey, stop that. She perked up, looking at TV. Can you check? He hesitated for a moment. Affirmative. It's nighttime. Robot Flower dropped whatever thing she had been holding. Finally, some rest, she shouted. Her voice started due to her damages in the war. Neely sighed. I've been wanting the rest all day. These five were in weaponry. Of course, two could create weapons whenever he liked, but oh god. But they had to sort them out, make sure they would all work, and so on. It was probably the most boring thing to do since nothing actually happened, and they were kind of just underground. Welcome to the underground. How? Give me your balls. They were kind of just underground all day, but the weapons were. I thought this said, but this is because the weapons were stored underground. It was annoying. Daylight was a privilege at this point. The room was windowless and mostly just plain and boring. Not being able to do anything all day, only being allowed out at lunch. It was full. It was full of different weapons, grenades, and so on. They they had to handle they had to handle it all with care. Basically, all that this was their responsibility. Uh, Basically, all this was their take responsibility. Mouthwashing, whatever. If something went wrong with one of the weapons in a crucial moment, someone there would get the blame. Let's get upstairs then. I'm not taking any time wasting what could be me. Sleeping robot flower shouted, not in an angry way though. She was just always like, real, bro. I love sleeping, but I also hate it at the same time. Because due to having a loft bed and living in an environment where there's a lot of spiders, it one too many times I've caught spiders in my bed. The tablet turned off again. This is so mean. Okay, okay. TV nodded. TV was always missing some parts of his screen and was fairly cracked due to what happened in the war. But he was mostly in a stable condition. Well, not really, but stable enough to do stuff. He wore a red bow tie, and his cord had been snapped off halfway. He had begun to head upstairs, being followed by the other members, but the being followed by the other members of the mechanical minds. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool name. Robot Flower wasn't as injured as others, but still had parts of her that had been melted off. That was Fiery's doing, for sure. For sure. Yeah. Oh god, I'm tired. The two mechanical. Oh, they're just talking about Robot Flower and TV. Okay. The two mechanical minds began to head upstairs to go do their own thing, rest and recover from the hard days to come. For the hard days to come. Giddy sighed, looking at Nelly and Tree, observing the expressions on their face. Guess we should get some rest as well, Tree raised an eyebrow. I don't even know why we're doing this in the first point. At this point, I understand we're against the others, but honestly, this is a lot more than I was willing to take on. He huffed. Gady sighed, walking to the stairs. It's a lot more than anyone was planning to take on. Look, let's just get out of here. I'm pretty sure we're being watched, so. Tree hesitated. Right. He had completely forgot about that. He nervously looked around a bit. He hoped Tu wouldn't get pissed off about that. Tree had a massive. What else is massive? The low taper fade. Tree had a massive dent in his wood body. He had grown blossoms on his leaves from when he had been out in war. Oh, that's so cutesy! He didn't know why. He assumed it was the season, but apparently not. Katie wasn't injured, just chipped here and there. Nearly was missing the back of herself, so her spike was flat. Oh no! Poor girlie. Nearly groaned, whining. I can't wait to get some rest. My legs really ache. Katie began to walk up to the concrete stairs. It's it's a good idea. It's a it's a good thing you're getting some rest then, hmm? Come on, complaining won't do anything. She she looked to the side, knowing this wasn't the most ideal situation to be in, but it was better than being the others. She couldn't think about her friends. They betrayed her. Don't think like that, Pookie. Katie, my Shayla, don't think like that, please. It was okay. Of course, that's what everyone had to think. Tree held his arm up, looking at Nelly sourly. Just, just, just hurry up and come with us, he mumbled, going to head upstairs as well. Nelly grunted, pouting before going to head up the stairs with the other two. They all left the underground room, leaving to their de- de- des- designated bedrooms or something like that. And then it's a cutoff. I'm going to go to bed. I'm probably not. I'm just gonna stop here. So, bye, bye, you freaking weird things. Hey, stop.